What's up, everybody? Nathaniel Morton here with NathanielMorton.com, helping you get bigger, stronger, faster, and more explosive. Before I get into this video, I want to let you know, as always, that if you comment JUMP, J-U-M-P, down below in the comment section, and you like this video, I will send you a free bodyweight vertical jump training program that you can use to become bigger, stronger, faster, and more explosive. So like the video, comment JUMP down below, and I will send that over to you. In today's video, I'm going to give you 10 tips on how to gain weight fast for skinny guys, how to gain weight, how to build muscle, how to bulk up fast for skinny guys, and I'm also going to give you a step-by-step sample meal plan and a sample workout plan that you can use. You can take it with you so that you can gain weight fast, build muscle fast, put on mass as fast as possible. Now, I want you to know, despite this Ninja Turtle shirt making me look like a skinny guy myself, I promise you, over my 9 years that I've been training now, I have become bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive. I've done a few bodybuilding competitions. I've researched a lot. I've learned a lot about what it's going to take to get bigger, stronger, faster, and more explosive. And I'm going to help you become a wild animal just like me by using these 10 tips to do just that. So here we go. Number one, you must be in a caloric surplus. Now, this isn't really a tip, this is just a fact, okay? You have to be in a caloric surplus to gain weight. You do not have to be in a caloric surplus to build muscle, but that's a different video. You must be in a caloric surplus, meaning that you are consuming more calories than you are burning in order to gain weight, to pack on mass fast. Okay, so all that really means is that you, watching this video, you need to eat more food. You need to consume more calories. Now, before I say that, I'm gonna give you plenty of tips on nutrition. I do want to say, you can't just be putting garbage in your mouth. If you're eating McDonald's and you're eating fast food and you're eating cheeseburgers and cake and ice cream and candy and cookies and all, you're eating a bunch of junk, it's gonna be really hard to build good quality muscle. You're gonna gain weight, but you're just gonna be sloppy. You're not gonna be athletic. You're not gonna be bigger, stronger, faster, and more explosive. But for the sake of me saving that for the rest of the tips right here, tip number one is you need to be in a caloric surplus. You need to eat more food. You need to be consuming more calories than you are burning. So one thing you need to do right now, I'll put a link down below in the description. You can go to caloriecalculator.net. You can put in all your information, how old you are, how much you weigh. What else do they ask you? Your gender, your height, how active you are. You can put in all your information. It will spit out a number that is your maintenance calories. Your maintenance calories are the calories that you need to be consuming to maintain your weight. A caloric surplus is when you eat above your maintenance calories. You eat more than your maintenance calories. That is how you're going to gain weight. So they'll give you a number for maintenance. They will also give you a few numbers to put you in a surplus on this many calories to gain 1 pound per week, this many calories to gain 2 pounds per week. So use that, use caloriecalculator.net as a guide and eat in a caloric surplus. That's tip number one. Tip number two is you need to be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Okay, like I said, you can't just be consuming a bunch of bull crap. You need to use this as a foundation, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Meaning that, for example, I weigh 200 pounds. I eat at least 200 grams of protein per day. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight so that you can make sure you are eating enough protein to build that high quality muscle that you want. Remember, you don't want to be sloppy. You want to be muscular. You want a muscular, strong, powerful physique. So that's tip number two. Eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Number three, you need to be eating nutrient-dense foods. This goes back to me saying you can't eat fast food, ice cream, cookies, all that junk. Nutrient-dense means that there are a lot of nutrients packed into the foods that you are eating. So if you eat a piece of cake, there are not a lot of nutrients in a piece of cake. If you eat a banana or a sweet potato, there are tons of nutrients in that sweet potato, in that banana. So the carbs that you get from cake are not the same as the carbs that you get from sweet potato or from your banana, because there are no micronutrients. Macronutrients are proteins, carbs, and fats. Micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, water, there's nothing in cake. There's all the micronutrients in sweet potatoes and banana. So number 3 is you have to be eating nutrient-dense foods, because if you feed your muscles, if you feed your body all that crap, it's not going to be able to build muscle the way that you want to build muscle if you're an athlete or a bodybuilder. You're just going to get sloppy. And anybody can go out and eat McDonald's and be sloppy. You see it all around you. Okay? It doesn't take much to be sloppy, but it takes a lot to build a strong, powerful physique. So nutrient-dense foods, that is tip number 3. Tip number 4 is that you need to be eating calorie-dense foods. Now these two go hand in hand, because if you're eating nutrient-dense foods usually don't have that many calories. So if you're eating a piece of lean chicken, you eat lean chicken, it's nutrient-dense, but there's not that many calories in a piece of lean chicken. In a cheeseburger from McDonald's, there's a lot of calories, but there's no nutrients. So while you're eating nutrient-dense foods, you need to eat calorie-dense foods. And a few foods that you can do for that, that you can use for that, are milk. I used to know an old football coach who said milk and peanut butter, milk and peanut butter. But so fats have 9 calories per gram. Protein and carbs have 4 calories per gram, meaning that fats, if you eat more fats, healthy fats, you are going to be eating more calories than if you ate protein and carbs. Now you need all 3 obviously, but foods that you could be consuming, that you could be eating, are nuts like walnuts, almonds, peanuts, cashews. You could do nut butters like peanut butter, almond butter, things like that. You could do avocado, you could do eggs, but things with healthy fats in them are going to be more calorie dense and nutrient dense, and those are the foods that you can eat to build that high quality muscle and gain weight at the same time. Number 5 is drink your calories. I mentioned milk. You can drink your calories to make it much easier to consume enough calories to be in a caloric surplus. So if you drink milk, if you drink skim milk, there's no fat in skim milk, so it's not going to be as many calories as if you drink whole milk. You drink whole milk, it has more fats, obviously, then it has more calories, obviously, then it can be easier to put you in a caloric surplus and easier for you to gain weight. So you can make shakes and drink those shakes. You could put whey protein, milk, peanut butter. You can make these protein shakes for yourself and drink them so that it's easier to consume your calories to be in a caloric surplus. Because sometimes stuffing your face, sometimes you're really just not hungry, and it's easier to drink your calories than it is to eat your calories. So that's tip number 5, drink some calories to make it easier on yourself. Tip number 6 is eat more often. So let's say that you eat 3 meals a day. You eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't think that you should add calories into those meals, because you're probably already consuming a good amount of food in breakfast, in lunch, and in dinner. You're probably eating a lot. So instead of doing that, you can do that. You can add a glass of milk at dinner instead of water. You can add a few nuts at lunch instead of not eating a few almonds or something like that. But you should add snacks in between that as an easy way to get more calories in, to be in that caloric surplus, to gain weight. So in between breakfast, lunch, dinner, if you only eat 3 meals a day, add a snack in between breakfast and lunch, a snack in between lunch and dinner, and a snack after dinner, a snack before you go to bed, or a shake or something like that. So an easy way to get in a caloric surplus, to gain weight and build muscle, is to eat more often and add more calories in between your normal meals that you are already eating. So that's tip number 6, eat more often. Those are all the nutrition tips. Now comes the other tips, the weightlifting tips, the mental tips, and things like that. So number 7 is that you need to be doing compound lifts. Okay, first of all, you need to get yourself to a gym. You have to get yourself to a gym. You are going to be able to realize more of your athletic potential, more of your potential as a bodybuilder, an athlete, as a human being who wants to gain weight overall if you go to the gym. Okay, so you're never going to be able to gain as much weight or to build as much muscle at home as you are if you go to the gym, unless you have all that gym equipment at home. Okay, then forget everything I said. But you need to go to the gym. You have to be doing compound lifts like the bench press, the overhead military press, the power clean, the squat, the deadlift, the barbell curl, the tricep dips, the tricep extensions. You have to be doing these exercises if you want to gain as much weight, build as much muscle, pack on as much mass as fast as possible, especially if you're a skinny guy. Not really, that tip's for everybody, not just skinny guys. That is for everyone. But when I say compound lifts, a lot of people don't know what that means. If you just do a simple bicep isolation curl, that is not a compound movement. All that you are working is your bicep. You have a dumbbell, you're only working your bicep. If you do a deadlift, you're working all the muscles in your legs. You're working your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back, your posterior chain, your core, your traps. You are literally working everything. That is a compound movement. A compound movement means that you are using more than one muscle group to do those lifts. Therefore, it is a full body movement. Therefore, you will build more muscle and gain more weight by doing those movements. So that is number 7. You need to be doing compound lifts, and don't worry, I will give you a sample workout plan after this. Okay, I'll give you a sample workout plan, so stay tuned for that. Number 8, with those compound lifts, you need to be progressive overloading. Now, progressive overload just means that you do more than you did the last time. You do more than you did the last time. Now, you can do this by adding another exercise. So let's say on your leg day, you do squats and you do deadlifts. To progressive overload your muscle, you could do squats, deadlifts, and hamstring curls. Or you could add more weight to the bar. Or you could add more reps. Or you could add more sets. Or you could do less rest time. There are many ways to progressive overload, but all that progressive overload means is that you do more than you did the last time that you were in the gym. So that is tip number 8, to gain muscle, to build weight as fast as you possibly can. You need to progressive overload. Number 9 is you need to sleep. You have to sleep. This is often overlooked by a lot of people who are my age and a little bit younger. I'm 27 years old. People younger than me, they often have the mentality, I'll sleep when I'm dead, right? Well, you're gonna die soon if you don't sleep. It's not about how many hours you're awake. It's about how productive, how efficient you are, how much you do while you are awake. So for myself, I try to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night because I know how hard I work when I'm working out, what I'm doing during the day. I know I'm trying to maximize my time during the day so that I need that sleep. Okay, I need to rest, I need to recover, I need to let my muscles grow. And that is where you're going to gain weight. That is your muscles. You don't build muscle in the gym. When you're doing your deadlifts, you are not building muscle. You are breaking down your muscle. When you build muscle, when you gain your weight, is when you are sleeping, when you are eating, when you are recovering, when you are resting. That is when you are actually, your muscles are building up bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive than they were before. That's when they build up from those workouts that you do. So you have to sleep, you have to rest, you have to recover 7 to 8 hours a night. Also, don't drink caffeine before bed. That's just an extra little tip. A lot of people are like, I can drink coffee, go straight to sleep. Why are you drinking coffee? Sure, you can go straight to sleep, but your central nervous system is up, it's awake, it's pounding all through the night, and you're not getting good sleep. So another little side tip, something that I like to do is I don't drink any caffeine after 12 o'clock noon. That way, by the time I go to bed, caffeine has a 6-hour half-life, so at 4 p.m., if you drink a cup of coffee, for those out there who are caffeine and coffee drinkers, at 10 p.m., 50, how much is it? Let's say 100 milligrams in a cup of coffee, 50 milligrams of that, half of the amount of the caffeine that you drank is still going through your system. It's still up and awake, and your nervous system is awake by 10 o'clock p.m. So don't drink coffee before bed. Don't drink caffeine after noon. That will help you sleep. That will help you recover. That will help you build muscle. That will help you gain more weight, especially if you're a skinny guy. Next, Create a plan. Create a plan. Listen, if you have any goals in life that you want to achieve, anything, you need to create a plan. You need to visualize your plan. You have to know where you're going. So many people, a lot of people who watch my videos, their goal is to go to the NBA. Okay, well, what is your plan to get to the NBA? Because a lot of people just randomly go, they do what everybody else does. They go to basketball practice. They do what their coach says. They don't have a plan to get there. You need a step-by-step plan to get there. How much are you going to practice each day? No bullshit. What is it going to take to get there? Are you willing to do that? So even if you don't really know your plan, you have to start right now with what you know, and you have to learn everything else along the way. So ready or not, you have to start right now. Don't wait for the perfect plan to start. Start right now, whether you are ready or not, and you learn everything else on the way. But you need to create a plan as to what you are going to do to gain weight fast. What foods are you going to eat? What workouts are you going to do? Now, I'm going to help you with both of those right now because I'm going to give you a sample meal plan. But step number 10 is create a plan. First, you need to have a goal. Set out your goal. Then you need to write your goal down. And it has to be specific. Don't just say, I want to gain weight. How much weight do you want to gain? If you're 150 pounds, how much weight do you want to be by the end of 2019? Is it 160 pounds? Okay, if it is, then how many pounds do you have to gain each month to get there? Then you know, okay, by April, if I am not at my goal for April, I'm not going to get there by the time it's December. Okay, you need to make monthly goals that are in alignment with your yearly goal for 2019 as to how much weight you actually want to gain. So be specific, write down your goals, and then make a plan to actually get to those goals. But all right, I'm done with my rant. Let me give you a meal plan and let me give you a workout plan that will help you gain weight, build muscle, bulk up fast. Let's go. All right, guys, so we are back with our sample meal plan. Here we go. For breakfast, you can do oats, eggs, toast, fruit, and milk. And when I say oats, you can start with the instant oatmeal packets, but eventually you should try to move into whole grain rolled oats, like the actual rolled oats. The instant oatmeal packets, they have a lot of sugar. It's gonna get you started at first, but eventually move away from that into rolled oats. Eggs, it's up to you how many eggs you want to eat. You can eat 4 eggs, you can eat 6 eggs, you can eat scrambled eggs, sunny side up, whatever you want to do, but get you some eggs. That's going to be complete quality proteins with all the essential amino acids, and it's going to be, there's fats in there too, so you're going to get your calories with your eggs. Toast, you could put peanut butter or jelly on your toast. Fruit for your micronutrients, and milk. I would do whole milk if I were you, but that's going to give you a nice solid breakfast, very nutrient dense, very calorie dense to help you gain weight, build muscle, and pack on mass. Then you have a snack. For your snack, I would do some nuts. You can do almonds, you can do walnuts, cashews, peanuts, or you could do a handful. You could mix them in a little baggie and put them all together and then eat that as a snack. Then a peanut butter and jelly, or a banana. You could do a peanut butter and banana sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but and then you got whole milk. But that is also going to be very nutrient dense, very calorie dense, and it's going to get you your micronutrients and your proteins, your fats, your carbs, everything that you want to help you gain muscle and pack on weight in a simple little snack in between breakfast and lunch. Then when you get to lunch, you can make your own meal. If you go to school, I would either, I'm sure there's, well, everybody's school is different, but in my school, when I was in high school, there was like a pizza line, a wrap line, a salad line. Okay, if you're going to go in the salad line, you could do like a chicken salad or something like that. You could do a chicken wrap. But for the lunch that I have here, get some chicken, get some sweet potatoes. If you don't have sweet potatoes at your school, do some other form of complex carbohydrate. See, for a chicken wrap, the wrap is going to be your carbohydrates. then do some veggies, and you can do some cheese. Like take some cheese cubes or some cheese sticks with you, but cheese has proteins, it has fats, it's going to be calorie dense, it's going to be nutrient dense. So that is your lunch for you. Okay, chicken, sweet potatoes, veggies, and cheese. If you can pack your lunch, pack your own lunch and bring this stuff yourself. Then for your second snack, we have nuts, yogurt. I like to do Greek yogurt, it's high in protein, and then a protein bar. Okay, nuts, yogurt, and a protein bar. It's going to be nutrient dense, calorie dense, help you build muscle and gain weight. For dinner, you're going to do steak. You can do chicken. The reason I said steak is because number one, we already did chicken for lunch, and number two, steak has more fat, making it more calorie dense than chicken. So steak, veggies, some rice. I would do brown rice or white rice or wild rice. Some nuts, some milk, and some fruit. Okay, milk and nuts are and fruit for the micronutrients, but fruit it just tastes good. It's low in calorie, but it's easy to get that for your micronutrients. Remember, you have to have all the fundamentals covered. You have to have 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You got to be getting your veggies, your fruits, and all your micronutrients. You got to be drinking water. I'd say 1 gallon a day. You got to be doing all the fundamentals before you get into all this stuff. But for dinner, steak, veggies, rice, nuts, milk, and fruit. And then your last snack, and this is just a sample meal plan. You don't have to do this. You can supplement anything you want into here. If you don't like milk, you can put something else in place of milk. If you don't like nuts, you can do peanut butter. You can do cheese. You can do whatever you want. Supplement things out for the things that are in here. But for your last snack, I would do a protein shake with milk and peanut butter. Get some whey protein, get some milk, get some peanut butter, blend it up in the blender. Drink that before you go to bed, and then go to sleep and get your rest, get your recovery, because that is one of the most important things when you're trying to build muscle and pack on weight as fast as possible. But this is your sample meal plan. Now I'm going to give you a sample workout plan that you can use to build muscle and gain weight as fast as possible. All right, so sample workout plan, here we go. I've broke it up into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. But if you are advanced, chances are you're not really watching this video. So I will explain it, but we're gonna focus more on the beginner and on the intermediate. Now, what classifies a beginner, in my eyes, would be someone who's been training for less than a year. Less than 1 year of weight training would be a beginner. Okay, that's what I'm going to classify as a beginner. 1 year to, let's say, 3 years, 1 year to 3 years of weight training, I would classify you as an intermediate, and then anything past that, you are getting to the point where you are advanced, okay? But none of us are ever actually fully advanced. There's always more to learn, so never think that you know it all, because I don't know it all. Nobody knows it all, okay? There's always more to learn. So let's start with beginner. If you are a beginner and you've been training for less than a year with weight training, I would put you on a push-pull leg split 3 days a week. So on Monday, you're going to do push, which is chest, triceps, and shoulders. Wednesday would be pull, which is back, biceps, traps. And then Friday would be legs. Okay, so your legs. If you are really a beginner and after this video you're going to go to the gym and that's going to be your first thing, I would only do, like, on your push day, I would just do the bench press, focusing on getting your form right, your stabilizer muscles, focusing on learning these movements. I would only do bench press for like 3 sets of 10. Okay, that's all you need. 3 sets of 10 if you're a complete beginner on Monday. On Wednesday for pull, I would do a bent over row. 3 sets of 10 on the bent over row, and then Friday for legs, I would do 3 sets of 10 of the squats if you are a complete beginner. Then you should progressive overload from there. Once you get the form down, once you get your muscles used to actually touching weights, okay, and using weights, then you can start to progressive overload and actually put weight on the bar, okay? You don't want to start with a lot of weight on the bar at first. You want to do, if you can only do the bar, then only do the bar. If you can only do 10 pounds on each side, then only do 10 pounds on each side. Don't pack on the weights at first. Okay, then you can start adding exercises. Like for Monday, you could do a bench press and then an overhead military press. On Wednesday, you could do a bent over row and you could put in a pull up. If you, on Friday, you could do squats and you could also do deadlifts, or you could also do hamstring curls. So start from here, start at the bare minimum. Don't annihilate your muscles, stimulate your muscles. Because with progressive overload, if you start off doing 20 sets for your chest, then what do you have to do to grow? Your muscles are going to get used to that. Then you have to do 21 sets to grow, 22 sets to grow. So always start off with the least amount possible, the least dose that you need to actually build muscle and gain muscle in progressive overload from there. Never overdo it at first. So that's your beginner. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, push, pull, legs, progressive overloading from there, adding weight, adding exercises as you go. Then we get into intermediate. For intermediate, I would do Monday, upper body, Tuesday, lower body, Wednesday's a rest. By the way, these slashes are rest days. So upper, lower, rest, upper, lower, rest, rest. Okay, so then in your upper, you would put everything upper body, your chest, your triceps, your biceps, your back. So for upper body, an example would be you could do everything right here. So you could do your bench press, your overhead military press, you could do your bent over row, and you could do your pull-ups, okay? You could start from there. Then you could progressive overload and start to add in a barbell curl. Then you could start to add in a tricep extension, okay? Start low and then add exercises as you go, okay? And then for lower, you could do squats, deadlifts, and hamstring curls, okay? And then add exercises as you go. Okay, then add in, some athletic moves, some jumping exercises, whatever you want to for your lower. And then same thing for here. That is your intermediate. Then we move over here to your advanced. And if you are an advanced lifter, you need to basically try a bunch of training styles and figure out which works best for you. So if you're a bodybuilder, you might do something like push, pull, legs, and then rest. If you are an athlete, you might still be doing upper, lower, rest, rest. You might be doing, like for myself, I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, full body. I do everything in my body Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I'm doing agility workouts. I'm doing things on how to get faster, how to get more explosive. And on Sunday, I'm resting. Okay, so if you're advanced, you're probably not watching this video, but once you get to that stage, you need to try a bunch of different workout splits to see what works for you. So that's why I'm not going to get into the advanced that much. But if you're a beginner, if you're intermediate, this is an example for you. I will put something up on the screen for you so that you can have an actual physical plan to take with you to the gym. Okay, I'm going to do 3 sets of 10 of bench. I'm going to do 3 sets of 10 of bent over rows. I will put that on the screen for you so that you can take that with you to the gym so that you actually have that plan to achieve your goals for whatever your specific number of weight is that you want to hit for the end of 2019. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is my answer to your question, how to put on weight fast, how to build muscle, how to gain weight fast. Or gain mass fast. For skinny guys, I've been a skinny guy. I've been there before. You just have to stay consistent and use these 10 tips. And if you stay consistent over time, you are going to learn what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You need to research. You need to continue to learn as you go. Start right now with what you know. Nobody ever knows everything. You're not going to know everything. You have to start now with what you do know and learn the rest on the way. Because one of the biggest problems with people is that they want to know all the things first. They say, I'm not going to go to the gym until I have the best trainer or the best plan. You just need to start and learn everything along the way. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Nathaniel Morton with NathanielMorton.com. Like this video, comment, jump down below if you want that free bodyweight vertical jump training program. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that you never miss a video. Share this if you think somebody else can get value from the content. And ladies and gentlemen, Take action, because action is everything. Knowledge is not power. It is only potential power until you take action on what you know. Meaning that you have to think about what goals you want, what goal you want by the end of 2019. Then you have to write it down. You have to read it every day. And you have to make a plan to actually achieve that. And then you have to take action on your plan. Don't just think about your plan. Don't just think about how much weight you want to gain. Don't just think about your goals. You have to go out, you have to take action, and you have to do it. But I will see you guys in the next video.